Welcome back. All right, so career video, and I figured why not Radek Dvorak? Now, why Radek Dvorak? Because he played for a lot of teams. It's an interesting career. He's traded a number of times, and he played a long time in the National Hockey League. And he was a top 10 draft pick. Yep, number 10 draft pick in 1995. And immediately the Florida Panthers, a relatively new team to the league, decided they're going to put him in the league. And he didn't look out of place. Played 77 games in 95-96, 13 goals, 14 assists, 27 points. And that, of course, is the year that Florida goes all the way to the final. He plays 16 playoff games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. And had to be thinking, wow, all right, so I'm in the NHL as a teenager. I go all the way to the Stanley Cup final. Here we go. And this shows how tenuous that can be, right? He would play nearly as many games throughout the rest of his career in the playoffs as he might have expected coming out of year one. So year two, 78 games played in 96-97, 18 goals, 21 assists, 39 points. Decent progression, but in the playoffs, only 3 games played and no points. Florida, of course, lost in the first round and lost in the first round every year from then when they made the playoffs until this year, 2022. 97-98, he plays 64 games, 12 goals, 24 assists, 36 points. So in all likelihood, team not overly happy with the fact that his offense isn't getting to where they would have envisioned it when he's a top 10 draft pick. 98-99, the numbers get better though. 82 games, 19 goals, 24 assists, 43 points. So the 19 goals is encouraging. 99-2000 and 35 games, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points. Not terrible numbers, but he's traded. December 30th, he's traded to San Jose first for a 2000 third round pick and Mike Vernon, and then is traded to the New York Rangers for a 2001 fourth round pick and Todd Harvey. So he was San Jose property for, well, nothing, because it's a 3-way deal. But yeah, so the 3-way deal ends up with him landing in New York, and it works in New York. 46 games after the trade, 11 goals, 22 assists, 33 points. So his numbers are pretty good. He ends up with 50 points in total in 81 games, and he would improve on that the following year. 2000-2001, 82 games played, 31 goals, 36 assists, 67 points. And little did we all know at the time, that was his career year. That was the best year he was going to have, right? A New York Rangers team that is struggling in terms of trying to get into the playoffs, but still, Dvorak puts up career-high totals. Those totals fall off the following year. 2001-2002, 65 games, 17 goals, 20 assists, 37 points. And the following season, they drop off further. 2002-2003, 63 games, 6 goals, 21 assists, 27 points. So the Rangers trade him. March 11th, he is traded with Corey Cross in exchange for Anson Carter and Alex Pisa. So Anson Carter going to the Rangers, Dvorak going to the Oilers, and it works pretty well after the trade to the Oilers. In 12 games, he has 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. So he does reach 10 goals that year. In the playoffs, he has a goal in 4 games. So he gets back to the playoffs for the first time since 97. 2003-2004 in 78 games, 15 goals, 35 assists, 50 points. So he's back up to the 50-point mark. No playoffs that year for the Oilers. But then we have the lockout wiped out season of 04-05. The following year, 05-06, he plays the whole year with the Oilers. Only plays in 64 games, 8 goals, 20 assists, 28 points. But the Oilers go to the Stanley Cup final. Dvorak is not a key guy to this. Plays 16 games for the Oilers in their run to the final and records 2 assists. So Dvorak was not a key guy for them. And then he goes to market, and as a free agent, he signs on September 14th with the St. Louis Blues. So it's one of those late signings. He only plays the 1 year in St. Louis, 82 games, 10 goals, 27 assists for 37 points. But 06-07 would be the only year he would spend with the St. Louis Blues. He goes back to the market, and July 1st, he signs as a UFA with Florida. So we're back to Florida. Does the offense come back? No. In a one-word answer, the answer is no. In 67 games with Florida that year, 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. Of course, it's 07-08. Florida's not in the playoffs. 08-09, 81 games, still with the Panthers, 15 goals, 21 assists for 36 points. No playoffs because Panthers. 2009-2010, 76 games, 14 goals, 18 assists, 32 points. So predictable numbers, really, from Dvorak throughout. But reliable numbers, there's that way to look at it, right? Either he's predictable, he's reliable. And so that's the way that goes. Now, 2010, 2011, his goals totals drop off in 53 games, just 7 goals to go with 14 assists and 21 points with the Florida Panthers. On February 28th, he is traded with a 2011 fifth-round pick for Nicholas Bergfors and Patrick Rissmiller to the Atlanta Thrashers. So the Atlanta Thrashers pick him up. He plays 13 games in Atlanta, 1 assist, and that's the end of his time in Atlanta as he leaves as a free agent. July 1st of 2011, he signs as a free agent with the Dallas Stars. It's a 1-year deal. 73 games with Dallas that year, 4 goals, 17 assists, 21 points. But as I remember it, wasn't that one of the years that Dallas missed the playoffs at the very end of the season? I might have to be more specific because that does seem to happen regularly. But either way, no playoff games. And then he signs in Davos. He signs in the Swiss League. Now, 2012-2013 is a lockout-shortened season, but he doesn't come back when the NHL gets going. He doesn't sign a contract in the NHL until March 24th when Davos' season's done. And he signs that contract with the Anaheim Ducks. So he only plays 9 games in 2012-2013, but he does record 4 goals. So he equals his goal total from the year before. Then October 2nd, he signs as a free agent with the Carolina Hurricanes. They'd invited him to camp, so on a tryout, he makes it. And in 60 games with Carolina in 2013-2014, well, the offense is gone at this point. 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. And he would retire on January 27th of 2015, officially ending his career. He ends up playing 1,260 games, which is 86th on the all-time list. 227 goals, 363 assists, 590 points. He only plays 39 games in the playoffs in his career, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. He just happens to be on teams that are going through downbeats for most of his career. World Championships, though, internationally, he does very well for the Czechs. 1999, 2001, and 2005 gold medals, respectively. So that's impressive. And for Dvorak, it's a long career. You don't play 1,260 games by being a bad player. He was a good player. He had time on the second line, third line. Was never a real prime guy outside of 2000, 2001 with the Rangers, but a solid career. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. And again, these videos sometimes are random. And today this was one of those ones where I was scrolling through different rosters from different years, and I thought, you know, Dvorak might make an interesting video. And here we are. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.